Hi, Brent Elias here. The question for today is, how do I get the factory to send me a sample of my product? Well, the problem here is that the factory aren't there to send individual units one by one to people. They're there to sell 10,000 units or containers of product, and they're not interested in just sending one or two or three. So that's the obvious problem. The other problem is if you don't have a sample, then you don't know the quality of what you're producing or what you're selling, and therefore you don't know if you're going to get good reviews or not, or whether it's worth buying in bulk from the factory. Okay, so what's the solution? Well, the solution is very simple. You have to let the factory know that you intend to be a large customer, but you need a sample for review, and this is very common. So the way you do this is when you email the factory or you approach the factory on places like Alibaba, global sources, made in China, that you send them what's called a request for quote, RFQ, request for quote, and then once you've sent them a request for quote, you then ask for a sample. That way they know that you're a serious buyer. That's the first thing. The second thing is that when you ask for the sample, you offer to pay for it plus the shipping. And the way you pay for the sample is often via a telegraphic transfer, or for a small amount of money, PayPal. Please don't send any money via Western Union. And then of course, the third thing is you give them your address and you decide whether you're going to send it by air or by sea. Now, it's almost always going to be by air for a sample, but if it's a huge product, like say something bigger than a chair, then that most likely will be cheaper sent by sea. So that's the answer for how do you get the factory to send you a sample. Make sure you never forget to get the sample, because that's going to protect you and your production to make sure that it matches. Okay, that's it. If you like this tip, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to share this with your friends, that would be very much appreciated. That's it from me today. More tips coming your way very soon.